Well, this is weird. This is the board where they're signing all the names, but I find this to be very weird. Pen Curie movie. Okay? I don't even know what the hell that is, so I decided to look it up. This is what it comes up with. It says here, Pen Curie movie. Best place to watch online for free. But what's interesting is it Soft Layer Technologies, Registar, Net Earth 1, DBA Net Earth. And then it's got DNS. Those are the servers. One's Earth, the other one's Mars, the other one's Mercury, and the other one's Venus. So I'm just going to take a gander here. Let's see what these numbers come out to. Let me take. I'll have to get back to that, but I mean, I just find it, just makes me wonder if they haven't programmed a computer that works off of this theory of the Kabbalistic tree, that it creates news stories based on the positioning of the stars. That this is pre-programmed into a computer, and the news spits it out in conjunction with where the planets, the stars, and the moons are at. It just creates a story. That none of it's true, because it's just a computer taking the celestial positionings of things and creating stories. And then, of course, the assholes that are involved down here making it happen. If the computer says, oh, Saturn is squared against Mars, then there has to be a war, so they create a war. You see, that's how I'm seeing TV working here. It's all programmed into a computer here. The charts and the stars and the moons are all mapped out. The old Kabbalistic understandings are put into the computer, and it just runs. And it just spits out stories that are rewritten on a modern term like Hurricane Isaac. Hurricane Isaac that hit, I think it was, South Carolina and all that back 5 years ago or whatever. And then the boat Rebecca that washed up. That's the story of Isaiah, Jacob, and Rebecca. Okay? These are just all biblical stories that are being rewritten, but who's rewriting them? Because I think they're already programmed into a computer data bank that is taking all the positions of the stars and taking the Kabbalistic stories and writing them into modern-day news stories that you get. There's no plane miss, I'll guarantee you that. The Elohim are the fallen angels, so this is the beginning or the end of the cycle. That's how I think the shit is working down here. That's how it makes its way from the stars to the TV set. Because they've programmed this thing just to run and make whatever stories, and then they back up the story with human bodies. That's what I think. Because, I mean, you look here, it's a movie. A movie goes round and round. It keeps playing. Okay? Here's the company or whatever. It's a good thing you get it in high def, right? And then look at the server names. They're named after planets. That's telling me that they've got this all wired together where the observatories look at the stars and they see the movements, and there's old writings of different stories, biblical, Babylonian, Sumerian, or whatever. They take that and it makes a story, and it gets printed out in the newspaper, and it gets put into CGI form. It's really easy now because they have that shit down to such a science, most idiots won't catch it. And so the news is never real. It's just a repeating story, rewritten with different names and different actors, but the numbers have to remain the same because that's what makes the story. In comparison, the 1 through 9, it goes all the way up to the very top on the Kabbalistic tree. That's how I think they're pulling us off.